Hello and welcome to this training. My name is Bolo Kwade, fondly called Realtor Z from Realty, a company aimed at helping the younger generation to invest safely and smartly in real estate. We have covered a whole lot of stuff in this training, and we're almost coming to an end. However, in this particular lecture, we're going to take time to examine how to get real estate funds the smart way. The smart way, right? Like we said, real estate is capital intensive, and you must be smart about how to get your funds. Right now, there's probably a lot that you've heard about it, but the truth is that, like I said, it is capital intensive, and the same way it's capital intensive, its appreciation value is really high. So, in quote, stressing yourself to get it is what the wow. Right, so we're just looking at a couple of methods of getting real estate funds. Now, number one is called saving up, right? Which is generic. You can make up your mind, I want to save for a property. Right, so I want to take 20,000, 50, 100, 500,000 and save consistently for a property. That's generic, so I won't dwell on that, right? However, I want to dwell on what I call on the rest. Number two is what I call smart loan taking. Now, I personally am not someone who honestly is inclined towards taking loans. I rather save up and build capital. However, some people are, and I want to tell you how to do this. Now, when you take a loan, right? Let's say you take a loan of 10 million naira, and let's say you have an interest of 15% on this loan. So you have to pay, if I'm not mistaken, 10 million 150. Sorry, 10%, yeah, 11.5 million. If I'm not mistaken, I think so. 11.5 million back on this loan. And they give you a tenure of, let's say, 10 years to pay this back. Now, if you are able to structure this and you invest in the property, let's say it's a rental property, and let's say if they give you 10 years or let's say 11, 15 years to pay this back, if you do this, it's less than $1 million per year, right? So that means if you actually were able to take this 10 million and probably chunk it in a co-ownership or in a rental value property, a property that gives you rental income, and that income is above 1 million naira yearly, eventually you will find out that your tenants will be paying for your loan, and you will even still have extra. So smart loan taking is ensuring that you are ensuring that the income from the property exceeds the loan repayment. That's smart loan taking. So if you're going to take a loan, you want to ensure that you have done your mathematics to ensure that it's smart. Now, the next one is what I call, even under smart loan taking, you want to ensure that if it's land banking, right? For example, that's part of why, it's always good to seek advice from professionals like us. Let's say person A or land A is, or you take a loan with an interest rate of, let's say, 20%. If you buy land and that land goes up by 100% in value, which is really possible in, developing areas. So you took a loan for 1 million. How much are you going to pay back? you're going to pay back 1.2. However, your property, that's the land, that you bought for 1 million is now 2 million. So if you eventually get to sell this property now, you are going to be able to pay back and still have 800,000 naira with you. So you always have to ensure that in your loan taking, you count the cost. Don't just randomly take loans. Number 3 is what I call the initial deposit hack. So I've talked about property value growing more than interest on the property price. I've talked about that. That's maybe your this thing is 15%. However, the property grew 100%. That means the property value is growing much more than the interests. So let's talk about the initial deposit hack. This is where most people miss it. They say I'm saving up. So let's say property is 10 million. Usually, real estate companies will allow you make what we call an initial deposit. So they can say, you know what, save up and pay initial deposit of 3 million, sometimes as low as 1 million. And they say spread your payment up onto some days is as wide as 3 years. But they say 36 months. Right, so that means you pay your 1 million now and pay up the rest 9 million in 3 years. So what some people say is, I want to save up money. I don't want to make an initial deposit. But what most people don't realize, see that property that is 10 million, as the real estate company is developing, they are increasing the price. So when they develop, maybe they put roads, it becomes 15 million. So in that 3 years, what was 10 million actually can be worth 25 million. So if you wanted to save by yourself, by the time you wanted to buy, it would be 25 million. However, if you made an initial deposit and spread your payments across 3 years, and you see, instead of you paying 25 million, you'd have locked down the price. So one of the smartest ways to get into real estate is, I call it, lock down price as fast as possible. Price fast as possible with initial deposit. Lock down the price. Very, very important. Lock down the price as fast as possible with an initial deposit. So I think these are ways that you can take to finance your real estate, right? But like I said, I don't want to really dwell on this. It's a generic thing. However, I really wanted to explain the smart loan taking, initial deposit hack, your property value growing. Ensure that you put all these things into consideration before you make a purchase for a real estate property, right? If you're taking a loan, also some days mortgage banks, they offer more loans inclined towards property. It's really easier to pull through from them, right? Thank you so much for joining in this lecture. Once again, my name is Bolo Kwadeyi, fondly called Realty from Realty, a company focused on helping the younger generation make safer and smarter real estate investments. See you on the next lecture.